Hi there, I'm Tomas Michaud, founder of Real Guitar School. If you're practicing guitar and you're interested in using a metronome, you're in the right place. I'm going to show you what I consider the best metronomes for practicing guitar. Hey there. So I'm going to show you 4 different metronomes. I want to start off by saying these are not the only metronomes that you can use. As a matter of fact, I personally think any metronome is better than none. But I've tried lots of different metronomes. I have the privilege of also being the owner of a music store, so I get a chance to try any merchandise that I want. And I've selected these 4. By the way, this is a revision of a test I did a couple of years ago, and I've changed my mind. I have some new metronomes for you now. Not that the old ones were bad, but I think I found some better ones. And you'll find they're in different areas. Some are a program for the iPhone, and some are physical metronomes. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one. I'm choosing the Whitner MT6T electronic metronome. The Whitner is a standalone metronome that can sit on your counter. It has a little stand here that helps it to angle up so you can easily set it on the desktop and see everything that you're doing. One thing I like is a nice big dial, which makes it very easy for me to just quickly change when I'm practicing. So I'll turn it on. And this is another thing I really like. I like to see some kind of motion on the metronome. And this provides lights that makes it have that pendulum feel. So I kind of anticipate when it's going to hit the downbeat. Right now it's hitting a beep on every 4 beats and then a click on 3 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can set it to just simply go straight, or you can do 2 4 time, 3 4 time. That means that it'll be a beep on 1 and then 2 clicks and 3 4. It has a decent sound. What I like to do is to turn the volume all the way up. But in some cases, if it's a little loud, at least you have a volume control. This is one of the things I like about this over the Matrix that I used to recommend, because the Matrix doesn't have a volume control. I found a way around it, but why not just get one with a volume control since they're about the same price? Here's a new metronome that I just found this year. It's the Korg MA1. It does come in red and blue. I do like the red better for some reason. I think it has a heck of a lot of features for a very reasonable price. It's one of those LEDs, and that's not my favorite, actually. That'd be my least favorite part. The LED is just a little hard for me to read, but the features are incredible. So we have a stop-start button here. You turn it on with this little yellow button. You can tap in the tempo with this button here. I really like that feature. And it does have a volume control and a jack for an earphone. The speaker is on the front, and you can angle it up by this little tab on the back. So we're going to set it down. Let's turn it on. You can see it, the LED. I hope you can see it. And let's go ahead and start it. So you'll notice that the sound is a little bit electronic, not my favorite sound, but it works. Now I'm going to tap in a tempo. 2, 3, 4. I really like that feature to tap in a tempo when I'm first starting an exercise. It helps me, I can get a feel for how fast I want to go. And then from then on, I usually up the tempo manually, little by little. And this is where you can change the tempo manually. Going down, going up. I find the electronic metronomes much more accurate than most mechanicals. Of course, a good high-end mechanical usually functions well, but over time they tend to go out because the spring inside stretches and doesn't keep an even time. This next one is the Pro Metronome app. It's available for iPhone, and I understand it's available for Android too, though I haven't seen it function. It works great on the iPhone, and I think actually this is becoming my new favorite metronome. I'm not sure yet. I'll know more in a few months. Great features. It is an app, but it has the graphics like the Whitner that I like, and it allows me to change the speed by just going up and down on a big dial. It also has the ability to tap and a whole bunch more features, most of which I'm not really that interested in, but it is kind of fun to know I can explore new features. You start it by hitting the middle and then easily change the speed with the dial. It does have the pendulum motion, and you can set it to actually light up different parts of the beat if you want. it easily changes to different times like 3/4, 2/4, 7/8, any combination of odd tempos. And to tap, you tap the bottom button. I've slowed it down quite a bit. It seems to be very accurate too. Now, the way it works, it's generally free to get the app. And then if you want more features, you can add on. The first pro feature is, I think, $3. And then there's several different features for $1 a piece. I think it's a nice way to go. If you don't need a feature, you just don't buy it. And certainly, I gladly pay a lot more than $3 for a good metronome on my iPhone. Right now, it's sort of my backup. I still prefer the Whitner because I'm accustomed to being able to just grab it and go. It's just faster and easier for me. But as I play with this, I like it more and more. Here's that free pendulum metronome that's at tomasmichaud.com/metronome. It's absolutely free. It's very easy to run. And what I like about it is it does show the pendulum motion. It looks like a traditional metronome. To get started, first you choose a tempo. I'll choose it on the right-hand side. Then I can go ahead and press the wind-up key. It winds up and starts going. To stop it, you go ahead and press the wind-up key again, and it stops. You can also slide, just like a regular traditional metronome, up and down the tempo and get started. Okay, let's go slow. Unfortunately, you don't have a lot of fine detail for the tempo, but I find it adequate for many situations, especially if I don't happen to have a physical metronome and I'm near a computer. It's plenty loud, too. I never had that problem. I can always turn up the volume on my computer. Well, that was fun. I don't know if you can tell, but I like gadgets, and probably I'll continue to experiment and find new toys to play with, both metronomes and guitar tuners. But I hope this has been some help to you. If you have enjoyed this video, please, if you're on YouTube, give me a like or give me a don't like. Just give me some feedback. I really appreciate it. And leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you think of this video, if there's something else you'd like to see, either on YouTube or if you go over to my blog, you can leave me a comment and sign up for my weekly lessons and tips. I'd love to have you and have you a part of my music community. Thanks again for joining me. I see you later in another video. Bye for now.